I suppose it's a big day for you. You're going to be getting lots of messages because you've got a book out today.
Yes, it's the 12th of September. My memoir, Leigh, Myself and I, the Autobiography of Me, Leigh Francis, is out. Even though people come up to me and go, Keith, can you sign my book, please? That says Leigh Francis on the front.
I have it here. Yep. I was watching GMB this morning when you were interviewed by Suzanne Reid, the thinking man's crumpet.
She's a lovely lady.
Yes, lovely. And Ed Balls, was it?
Yeah, I had a dream about him.
Did you?
I had a dream about him that I was going to go on Good Morning Britain and he was going to be rude and my comeback was going to be this. You're not nice.
Well, that's a good comeback. But they said it was your first book. You've had a book out before, haven't you?
It's my 8th book.
There you go. They said this is your first book. And I saw you on TV wince.
Did I?
As in...
Not really.
You went...
yeah,
I've had loads of books out.
Yeah, but the other books were in character as Keith Lemon or whoever anyone else I've been.
So this is you.
Yes.
Right, you're my friend. You're called Leigh.
Yes.
Leigh Francis.
Yes. My middle name's Isaac.
Is it?
Leigh Isaac Francis. Sometimes I think, should I have been called Isaac Francis in the world of showbiz? Is that better than Leigh Francis?
Well, to be in showbiz does take a lot of chutzpah.
Actually, you're not even called Ricky, are you?
No, Charles.
Charles?
Ricky Wilson is better.
Charles Wilson. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Ricky Wilson is an anagram of I Know Lyrics as well.
Oh, right.
Anyway, that aside, so you thought, you always knew you were going to be famous?
Not really. I knew I didn't want to have a real job.
Yeah. This is what I like about you. You've worked very hard at everything you've ever done. Now, even like when you work hard on like your big TV projects, you know, like massive things like Juice, Celebrity Juice, and Through the Keyhole, and that. You work as hard as that as you work on the little things in life as well. You put all your effort in.
You mean if I'm making jackets in my room at home?
Yeah. I've seen your little workshop, and you work really hard in there, and I'm jealous of the fact that you don't separate work from things that think you're going to make you a millionaire and things that just are going to make you laugh.
I'm very lucky because my hobbies are my job. And people will say, that's not work. And it isn't work. You can get tired having loads of fun, but it isn't work. And
people always say, as long as you're having fun at work, you're never working.
Yeah.
That's true. But I've also seen you when you're not having fun.
When I'm not having fun?
I hate to get serious, but sometimes you've been upset about things.
Oh, what if someone said
press.
something? Yeah.
And I've seen you there, and it's heartbreaking because it really, really messes with you, doesn't it?
Yeah. I try and just put positive things out. And with comedy as such, if you can call some of the bits I've done comedy, if you like it, sometimes you can trip up and people are not so happy with it. But you can only say sorry and hopefully move on.
But you know what? You've got funny bones. You make me smile just by being with you.
I'm funny, I think.
No, it's your bone. Skeletons don't matter. The outside bit, mate. But you got funny bones. You make me smile just by being with you.
Because I'm shaped funny.
It's not his shape. I'm going to play a song.
Have you seen me in trunks?
I have, and it was glorious. What's your other pseudonyms? Who have you been during your career?
Avid Merrion.
Yes, that
Keith
was you.
Lemon.
Yeah,
Leigh Francis from Virgin Radio, 10 till 1 on a Saturday.
Oh, that's you.
Leigh Francis, the author of Leigh, Myself and I, the Autobiography of Me, Leigh Francis.
Oh, the book you're here to sell.
Yes.
And also The Bear.
Oh, even The Bear, which I do on a Saturday morning. I do The Bear with Showbiz Gossip, yes.
And Myrtle.
Myrtle Holden, Amanda Holden. Oh, can I also plug the comedy night that I'm hosting on the 26th of September at Gilgamesh in London, opposite Stringfellas. Thank you.
No, you can't.
Okay.
So I like the fact that you've always been different people, but to me, you'll always be Leigh.
Yes.
I met you the first time in Leeds. The first time I ever met you, I was working in Milo's. It was your birthday, and I bought you a pint.
And I couldn't remember, could I?
No.
It must have been a great night if I couldn't remember, because my memory of first meeting you was in Japan.
I know, it's in your book.
Yes.
I do get a mention in your book.
I know, but I haven't mentioned you in the thanks.
I wasn't even going to go there.
I will. I apologise. That's why I brought you some French fancies
and
a card saying I'm sorry, because I forgot loads of people.
And I'm going to put this card in the book. And
that's your thank you in the book there.
Yeah. We did meet in Japan once, didn't we?
Just two guys from Leeds walking down the street in Japan is crazy, isn't it?
Literally, guys, right, imagine this. Japan, Tokyo. It's like it's how Tokyo is in the films.
Yeah, it is.
And then I was stood at one end of the street and I just saw a guy at the other end, and I went, That's Leigh Francis, and he's wet. And it was the first time I'd never seen Keith Lemon before.
All right, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it was very early days. Yeah.
Earlier. So you were just stood there with your long blonde hair and a bandage on your hand.
Yeah.
And I walked down the street and went, "This is weird."
Was I being Keith Lemon?
Yeah, and
Was
you
I?
didn't drop character.
And I wasn't with anyone, was I?
No, there was one guy with you.
Was there?
Yeah, I think he was tall with glasses on.
James DeFrond.
It doesn't matter,
okay.
but it was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
weird.
you said, "Can we interview you tomorrow?"
Yeah, I said I'm going to Fuji Rock Festival.
And I said, "I'm going to Fuji Rock Festival.
Can I interview you tomorrow?"
And I said, "Yes, that'd be
I
fantastic."
did,
And
yeah.
it was, but that was Keith's world tour, and it was one of the earliest Keith things, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did love doing it though. It was incredible because before that I pitched an idea called Marvelous, whereas it was the world if there was really such a thing as superheroes, and Steve Coogan was going to be in it.
I know. I've read it. It's all in the book, and it's incredible. The story of Marvelous actually is weird because you preempted the future of what everyone's going to be interested in.
Yeah, it was well before loads of superhero
yeah.
things. It's just because I've been into it all my life.
You were basically Batman, and you were raising chihuahuas.
Yeah, because it's very violent outside. Everyone's got knives and guns and stuff, so they just stayed in. Now and again, they'll wear the tights and the booties, but just bred chihuahuas.
And Steve Coogan was going to play Wolverine?
The Wolverine character was a locksmith, and keys came out of his fists instead of knives.
Well, thing is, this leads me to the other thing. You've got quite a busy mind.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
it's a very busy mind.
Yeah.
How do you cope with that on a daily basis?
Well, I'm really old now. I'm 51, so I guess I've got used to having a million thoughts at once. And anyone you know who knows me will say that I'll have 5 conversations in one conversation because my mind jumps all over the place.
But also, it makes me think everything you do, you give 100% to.
Yeah, I do. Because I like to go to bed on an evening and go, what did I do today? And you really try hard at everything and but enjoy it mostly. Funny enough, you're talking about if you enjoy your work, it's not a job. Yeah. Will Mellor said that to me. Wonderful Will Mellor.
Well, he's done very well for himself recently.
Yeah, he's really busy now.
He's a proper actor now, isn't he?
Well, he was a prop actor before.
I know, but he's always going to be Jambo, isn't he?
He's Jambo in here, but we love Jambo, don't we?
And you're always going to be Keith.
I'm not. I'm not.
Will Mellor is Jambo. Leigh Francis is Keith.
Not at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings.
All right, okay. It's got a beautiful picture on the front. You look very similar to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that picture. I mean, I don't look at myself anymore. I'm at an age where I don't care about me anymore.
I had a haircut today, and I had to look at myself for about 3
You look like you've been in army. It's an army haircut.
It's a nice haircut. I feel sprightly and fancy free.
You're going to save some money because you're not going to need an haircut for a long time.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
I'm thrifty. So you've got a book out. That'll make you some cash. This is a good book. I like it a lot.
Yeah. You like it a lot?
In the pictures in the middle, there's some pictures of your wife. How did she feel about you writing a book?
She read the book. Don't give me that gaze. She read the book and said, take that bit out, don't mention that, and everything else is good, yeah?
I'm never going to be allowed to write a book.
Why?
There's too many skeletons.
I've not got any. I've been with Jill since I was 19, and everything else has been me struggling to get on telly and make telly programmes.
There's 2 different types of... I read a lot of autobiographies.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, I read them all the time. There's 2... on the spectrum, you've got one side, which is Rod Stewart. I've read his. Is basically, I've had a brilliant life. It's been amazing. Scored the winning goal at school, and everyone since then have been carrying on my shoulders, and I'm amazing. And Pete Townsend from The Who, he's like, and then I was sat on the end of the bed in Las Vegas, and I met the actual devil. It was awful.
Yeah.
He smelt. And then these 2 autobiographies are so far apart. One, doom and gloom. Celebrity is awful.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart, on the other hand, celebrity is the best thing. Amazing. Where are you on that spectrum?
What do I think of being a celebrity?
Yeah.
I think it's a joyous occasion. You get loads of grief now and again, but it's worth it for the joy that you have whilst making programmes.
Okay.
Think so.
So
yeah. I do live dreams. I've had a lovely time. Yeah, I've read Jerry Halliwell's autobiography, where I learned how to cope with when you're a bit down, go in your garden and have a look at if you've got a tree. That's lucky, innit, to have a tree. I've read Andy Kaufman's and Vic and Bob's and nobody else. I've read mine in the audiobook that's available now as well.
I love your voice, and I can't wait to hear you read it. I'm going on holiday soon. And
Why don't I come on holiday with you and I'll just read my book to you when you sat by the pool?
That'd be quite nice. I quite like the idea of it. I did. You know when Mel C brought out her autobiography?
I've got that, but I haven't read it yet. But I will do.
She sent it to me, but then I texted her and said, "Why didn't you call it Sportography?"
Oh yeah. What did she say?
She didn't text.
She didn't reply.
I've a story here from the papers. You're just joining me now on the show.
You're okay. Am I not a guest anymore? Am I here now?
You're just here now.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, we are trying to sell you a book. Leigh, myself,
I appreciate it. It's very kind of you.
It's fine. I mean, it's worthwhile. It looks good on. It's a nice teal colour.
It's quite a striking cover. Not because I'm on it, just the colours. Yeah, correct. And the lovely quote that Davina McCall gave on the front. It's on the front, Davina's.
Is it on the front?
Yeah.
An artistic genius, utterly unique, Davina McCall.
Isn't that kind? And congratulations to Davina McCall for winning at the NTAs last night. I think it was well overdue. And yeah, she's a television Jedi.
She's very good, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She's always been very kind and very generous with her time for me as well.
I think she's generally kind to everyone, you know.
Yeah, I think she's a good egg.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, that aside, tears of laughter, the best cure for dry eyes. Now, you don't have dry eyes, you've got wet eyes, haven't you?
I cry a lot, you know, and as I've got older, I can't stop crying.
Oh, have you ever watched that film, About Time, by Richard Curtis?
No.
I watched that once and I couldn't stop crying for days.
Really?
What film makes you cry?
Spider-Man, when he stopped that train in Spider-Man 2.
I mean, that's not emotional.
It was an emotional journey, that was. He stopped a train, man, with webbing.
I was going to tell you a scientific story here.
Go on, then.
Okay, scientists have found that chuckle-inducing exercise may be more effective at improving the symptoms of dry eye disease than eye drops. So, do you want to get wet eyes?
What am I don't understand. What, if I laugh, I'm going to get wet eyes?
No, apparently 360 million people worldwide are suffering from dry eye disease.
So you should laugh to get wet eyes?
Yeah, you need to laugh. So this is where your job as a comedian comes into its own.
I don't know any jokes. You know this. I don't do jokes. I dress up as funny people.
Actually, you don't know jokes.
Don't know any. Every time anyone tells me a joke, I just go, "You think like yourself?" Very clever. Clever riddle.
The thing is, that's why I've always liked you. You've got funny bones.
Well, I'm oddly shaped. Yeah, we've discussed this. I'm an odd shape, really.
Do you want to do a laughter exercise?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Go hee hee hee.
I say hee hee.
No, yeah, hee hee hee.
Hee hee hee.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Cheese cheese cheese.
That's laughing. Is that a laughing noise? Cheese cheese cheese.
This is what they say.
Go on.
Cheek cheek cheek.
Cheek cheek cheek. Cheeky cheeky.
Oh, now we're getting going.
Virgin Radio.